Bradley Morehead, Bradley Morehead. Like the university. Like the university.
Yeah, we should get that one right. Wouldn't that be embarrassing if we spelled that one wrong? Morehead, now how do you spell that? Ow.
You hurt me?
I would.
It hurts.
Yes, it does. Ah.
I think the students sit in these things every day.
All right, whenever you're ready, John.
Okay. Bradley, what brought you to Morehead State?
I had an older sister that came to Morehead. And actually, I guess the tradition started in our family with my first cousin. She was the first person that came to Morehead. And we just followed that tradition of coming to Morehead State. I followed my sisters here, and then I came up here. I liked the place when I came to visit. I liked the campus. It's kind of unusual for me because I really didn't know, where I wanted to go. I came here. I went to Western and visited both places and just ended up here. And I think it's because of the family, for the most part. That's why I came. But I enjoyed my stay here.
Can you continue?
Sorry about that.
That's all right. That's what I do.
Do what?
Do I continue or wait a second?
Let me put it on silent.
Okay. He wasn't like this last night, Bradley. I'm not sure what he said.
Something about losing a football game big that just.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of hurts. It kind of hurts, yeah.
All right. Are we good?
Yeah.
What'd you study while you were at Morehead State?
I was an education major. Health and physical education was my major and minor.
What was dorm like?
Oh, it was great, actually. It was a new experience, when I'm meeting new people. My freshman year in Cooper Hall, it was good because, there's a lot of new people from different areas. So it was a great opportunity for me, a growing part for me because, I didn't know nothing about, college and what to expect. So it was a great experience. I had a whole lot of friends from Cooper Hall that I remained friends with, through my entire time here. So it was great, actually. A lot of, playing with each other, playing tricks on each other and things like that. So it was great.
How did you find your way to the Black Gospel Ensemble?
Like I said earlier, I had an older sister that was here. She actually was a year older than I, and she was a member of the Black Gospel Ensemble. For the most part, everything that she did, I did. So I just followed, in her footsteps, and I was invited to join the Black Gospel Ensemble by some other members. So they invited me to come to the Baptist Student Union. That's where we used to practice initially. So we just went over there, and I enjoyed singing. So that's how I got to the Black Student Union. The Black Gospel Ensemble.
Do you remember anything in particular about the experience? Any memories stand out?
Well, it was a lot of great memories. We used to have to, sing every Sunday. So there was a chance to go to these different churches or different places and sing and get us a meal, and how it was in college. Money was tight, so it was good. We used to go to Atlanta every year during Thanksgiving to the Black Gospel Festival and all of those different colleges, and historically black colleges that was down there singing, and that was great, because it was just mingling with other people and listening to them sing. Oh, that was a great experience. Another one of my great experiences was when we went to Monroeville, Pennsylvania, and we had some members that were from Hackensack, New Jersey. And so we was invited up there and went there and toured New York. So it was probably the greatest experience. And so I enjoyed that. We sang in Monroeville, then we sang in Hackensack, and then we came back. So that was great. Visited New York and, seeing the big city and all the big buildings. I wasn't used to that, so that was great. That was probably the greatest experience. But overall, just the whole experience was good. Just, the camaraderie and everything was good.
You talked about the food. A number of folks talked about going to visit churches and sing, and that they always said the food was so good.
Yeah, them churches would set up great food, yeah. That was the highlight, we were going to miss no time to sing because, Sunday we was going to get a good meal, Probably the best meal definitely the best meal of the week. So, yeah, the food was great. They went all the way out. These churches went all the way out to feed us, They made sure that we was fed well.
Do you remember any particular professors or administrators?
Oh, excuse me. Dr. Sweeney, I think it was his name, Dr. Sweeney, in the health field. Oh, Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Uh, Administrators, Dean Stevenson, I remember him. Dean James, I remember him. Of course, working with Jerry Gore, because he was an advisor for the Black Gospel Ensemble. That was a great experience, learning from him and working with him and see how he interacted with everybody, and made way for us to do a whole lot of these things that we did, working with the university. So that was great. But there's a whole lot of professors. I can't remember a lot by name, but a whole lot that I remember. I remember Dr. Sweeney and his wife because I took a square dance with her and
How was that?
oh. At first, initially I said I'm not going to like this, but somebody said go on and try it. It was fun, going in there and learning all these moves and all these terms and do-si-do and all of that. It was fun. I didn't miss that at all. I loved that. Oh yeah. And the clog and all that. Oh yeah, it was great. So it was a good experience. I wouldn't have changed it for nothing in the world, actually.
Do you remember Adrian Dorn at all?
Yes. I remember Adrian Dorn. I remember when he retired. At the time that Adrian Dorn retired, I was the president of the Black Gospel Ensemble, and I had to present him a plaque at that time. So yeah, it was my first time to actually meet him. So it was good. So I remember Adrian Dorn and Manon Dorn. Yeah.
I bet that was a big event though when he retired.
It was. Oh, it was big. Yeah, and everybody was there. You know what I'm saying? And all the different, like fraternities and all the different organizations presented something to him. Oh, it was a big deal. Yeah, he was in his tux and everything. So yeah, it was a real big deal. It was a highlight too of my experience here because I didn't expect to be able to do nothing like that. So to meet him and to present him with take a picture with him, I still got the picture.
How were race relations on campus by then?
The race relations weren't bad. You know what I'm saying? Because of the small number of African Americans up here, these kind of segregated. Just kind of segregated, but it really wasn't bad. I mean, there wasn't any kind of incidents or anything like that. I didn't witness any anyway. Everybody seemed to get along. In our fraternity, we interacted with a couple of the white fraternities, Sigma Nu, and so it was pretty good. It wasn't bad. It was not as bad as I think some people anticipated it would be.
What fraternity were you in?
The Omega Psi Phi fraternity.
Those were good years?
Great years, yeah. Yeah, great years. That was an experience too, believe me.
Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you'd like to talk about?
No, not that I know of. I'm grateful for the opportunity to, actually to attend here. I'm grateful to be an alumni of Morehead State University. It was good. And it was a good experience, the best years of my life. Somebody told me it would be. I didn't believe it, but yeah. It was a laughing moment. We were reminiscing today, and that, it's good to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time to talk to and laugh and joke and go over some of the good times that we had together. We had a whole lot of good times, and we had to, and at that time you had to make your fun here at Morehead because there wasn't a whole lot to do around here at that time, and the university has changed a great deal since we were here, and so and it wasn't wet at that time, so
Do you have any bootlegging stories for us?
Well, I really wasn't, I came from town and it was wet, so I really wasn't real familiar with bootlegging. But yeah, and I remember somebody was telling us about a bootlegging store, a bootlegging place. And we went to this place and they said the light's on, then it's open. So we went to the place and I don't know where we was at, you know what I'm saying? It was scared to death. And he had a drive-up window. A bootlegger had a drive-up window. That freaked us out. You tell him what he want, he come out, put it in your trunk. We paying the money, just go on. Like, it's just regular business. And then one of the bootleggers, he asked me where I was from. I said, well, I'm from Eminence, Kentucky. He said, oh, yeah, I know where Eminence is. That's close to LaGrange. And of course, that's where the penitentiary is. And I guess bootlegging had got him, put in the penitentiary in LaGrange. So he was kind of familiar with with the area. And so that was kind of crazy. I said, oh, yeah, okay. So that was good.
Thank you, sir.
Cynthia Dean, CYNTHIADEAN.
Excellent, thank you. Whenever you're ready.
Cynthia, why did you select Morehead State?
Oh my goodness. I was offered an academic scholarship. I went to high school in Louisville where most people weren't expected to go on to college because it was a vocational tech. And I had very good grades at the time, and my counselor came to me and asked me would I be interested in going away to school. She knew I was going to college, knew I would be going home, in Louisville, and asked me would I consider Morehead. And I said yes, and that's how I got here.
Where did you go to high school at?
I went to Aaron's Vocational Technical High School in Louisville, Kentucky.
My mom was.
Are you serious?
I was born in St. Anthony.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Okay.
What were your first impressions of Morehead when you arrived on campus?
I guess the first thing was the beauty of the campus. I'm one of those people who like fall and like seasons and the change of seasons. And at the time, it was a lot of trees on campus and things like that. So I guess that's probably the first thing I noticed was the actual campus culture itself in terms of that. I didn't know much about Morehead, so I didn't know what to expect. So I kind of focused on things that I could identify with.
What was dorm life like?
Well, the first year I was in Allie Young Hall. A little different in that I was on the third floor with a bunch of people who'd never been away from home, just like me. And so we kind of had a partnership kind of thing. Everybody would come out in the hall and sit around and laugh and talk because, like I said, it was new to everybody. After Allie Young, I went to Manon Tower. That was wonderful. I always brag about Morehead being one of the cutting-edge universities in terms of dormitory life because back then, most of the college campuses didn't have the type of dorms that we had. And so we were on the cutting edge thanks to Manon Dorn. And so I always bragged about that. And I always liked the fact that other schools followed us with that.
Were you in a sorority?
Yes, I was.
Can you tell us about it?
I am an Alpha Kappa Alpha. I pledged in 1973. I had a line of 5. Matter of fact, Dr. Rita Abel was on the line with me. So she's my sans. Pledging was different. I had never experienced anything like that in my life. But what it did do for me was allow me to establish a very close bond with 5 people. And I pretty much kept that bond with those 5.
Tell us anything about the pledging experience. Do you remember anything particular?
That we had to walk in a line everywhere we went. That was pretty hard. and you couldn't leave anybody, you had to go everywhere together. So
What's a Kappa kitten?
it is a little sister to the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. We were kind of their pom-pom club, as you would call it. We were their internal cheerleaders. So.
Was that a good experience?
Yes, it actually was. It actually was. Actually, I can't really say none of my experiences were bad. It was a wonderful experience. We got to meet a lot of people. By natural association of being a Kappa kitten, you actually expanded your spectrum of people, and so that also gave you another network. So.
What else did you do with student life? You're on the student appeal board. What was that like? What is that?
Back then, I think I got it right. It was where if students got in trouble, they kind of came before you along with Dean Regal, Dean Krager. So I don't know if y'all still have that or not, but it was kind of like a judicial board from the student's perspective.
How did you find your way onto that?
Oh my goodness. Well, I didn't volunteer, I don't think. I used to work for the dean of students. So I think that's kind of how I got there. I don't remember that part. I think that's kind of how I got there. I think. Not sure. Yeah.
Come on, loosen up, Marcus.
Homecoming court, a long time ago. Actually, I was on the homecoming court with a young lady who became an anchor in Louisville, Liz Everman. Yes, she and I were on homecoming court together. I believe that was the same time. On the picture, she's on there, so yeah. That was a neat experience, considering at that time there weren't many African Americans on campus, and so I felt a deep obligation and commitment to do my best in representing a body, and the fact that I had a lot of friends that were non-African Americans that had to vote for me to get there too. So,
Well, how did you find your way to the Black Gospel Ensemble?
how did I find my way to the Black Gospel Ensemble? Jerry Gore. He would talk to us periodically, and and former members would just say, "Why don't you join the choir?" Which was something easy for me because I sang in the choir at home. My father was a minister, so that was something very comfortable. And so it quickly became my home away from home. The choir became my venue for feeling like I had an experience from the Christian standpoint away from home.
You all went to New York?
Yes.
About that?
We were invited to sing at several churches. It was kind of like a tour. We sang in Pennsylvania, we sang in New Jersey, and we were, back then, the choir didn't have a lot of money, so we put up the little money that we had, and school pinched in some, and we stayed in people's homes on the tour up, which now I would never think we'd ever do, but we didn't think 2 minutes about it. People opened up their homes to college students they knew nothing about. Predominantly African American, we stayed in homes that were non-African American, and they fed us royally, made us feel at home all the way through the tour. So it was really one of the defining moments for me with our choir in terms of that.
You all made a record?
Yes, we did. We made a record. Actually, the young lady who is directing the choir for this reunion, she wrote the song. So.
Do you remember where y'all were doing the recording at?
Oh gosh, do you know how long this has been? Actually, I don't. I don't remember. It had to be on campus though. Maybe we did it on. I'm not sure. I don't remember that part.
Where were you at 45?
I haven't a clue. I have not a clue.